but this run is dedicated to the Sega Saturn and how much I love it. And I wish that this game was probably localized, but you know, I obviously get why it wasn't. All right, so here we go. Let's try and be accurate with it. Okay. It's early, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so yeah, a lot of this game is obviously this dash move. So we're gonna basically we're gonna basically utilize it to skip a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of health, honestly, in this game. Once you have an idea of how to avoid lots of the enemies, is this gonna work? Yes. And nice, good screen. Okay, and yeah, and then basically the rest is just avoidance until you get to the enemies that you have to fight, and picking up enemies and bringing them into your sphere of control, which is what I'm doing. Now, when you banish or dismiss them, whether you want to switch them because they've got low life or whatever, what have you, they provide like a screen explosion on top of it. So basically, yeah. So that boss right there is actually is like the only specific instance that I know of that you can just skip one of the many mini bosses in this game with one of those as an explosion. The rest of them, you actually want to use them to do damage to them because they're just not as weak as that boss. So there are certain enemies that you want to pick up in different areas. Generally, if you can, you want in my opinion, you want the ninja guys, because they can, when they're focused, I mean, they can just put out a lot of damage. Now that one we had to sacrifice because we cannot let this screen get out of control. That's one of the differences on hard. On the lower difficulties, you can actually just keep it and just clear a couple of things specifically. Alright, so this boss is a great time to talk about. One of the big problems with playing this game is that the targeting system for your key blasts, which there are two types of key blasts. You have physical, I mean these are how I describe it. You've got physical and you've got psychic key damage. So the physical are those lightning bolts that they do damage to every type of enemy. And the other ones are for attempts of spiritual control. And there are lots of enemies in this game that you cannot spiritually control. So that attack will actually won't do anything at all. So not only will you not be able to take over the body of one of the enemies, but it actually doesn't do any damage. So you have to be careful. Alright, so again, going back to the targeting system, basically you use the L and R buttons to rotate between the target that you want to target. This is really complicated, and sometimes you just have to be really good at cycling. Now, one of the things too is that you can only target enemies that are in front of you, and now luckily with Enkai, which is the character I'm playing, that's a full screen commitment. So, so there's that boss, and then for Taromaru, who the game is named after, his key blasts actually only go half the screen. So I'm not really sure why Taromaru is so much. Overall, it just seems weaker. He's got neither of the good properties. He doesn't have the full screen key blast, and he doesn't have a. And he also doesn't have He also doesn't have air slide. So it just seems like the main character kind of got shafted pretty hard in this one. And that's another, you know, psychic pickup. Okay, and the other big thing, as far as I know, is we're gonna pick up this guy. We're gonna kill the blue ones. Are the ones that have shit. Yo, Grim. Yo, what's up, dude? Thanks for the raid. Yo, what's up, Office? Yeah, give me a second. Nice. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Gonzo? Hey, welcome. Oh my god, Mr. Bones full playthrough. Why don't you send me some of the moo bucks? I'll do that. No, I'm just kidding. But I might play some. Yeah, I got the tank set up, so it's pretty nice, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole name of the game. The rest is just memory pattern memorization and knowing where to pick up enemies. Yo, how did your stream go, man? Yeah, so this is, it's funny, I didn't even mean for it to be this way, it just kind of happened because it's Saturn Day. My first stream with the tank is this game. So I had some audio issues, but I think that it sounds good now. And I'll get better audio eventually. You know what I want to try now, after watching a video? I want to try Road Rash. I think I'm gonna get into the Road Rash series. Shit. Also, this music straight up reminds me of Akira. For anybody who's ever seen that movie. Oh, nice. Hey, what's up, Eat? Yeah, I want to get one. I want to get a mode, honestly. Well, I want to get some SD solution. I'm not sure about going the Terra Onion route. But honestly, shit, come on. So I gotta be pretty careful when this is. So, and oh, this is really good RNG. Well, it was until I got prepared. Well, for time purposes, definitely. I wish I would have had more life, but we're all right. Oh yeah, this game is sick. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I need to go through some setting stuff, and at some point, like maybe even ask Bree to go through some stuff with me, because I know some video stuff, but also like I've got a lot of vision issues, so. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, also, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about that. We'll get to that. We'll talk about that now. So, the last move that I forgot to talk about is I call it key clear. It makes a lot of sense. Basically, there's two different ways you can do it. There's a button that you can bind to it. I think it's Y by default. Y, and okay, I need to get these. Can I get these? Nice. Yeah, it's Y by default, and the other one is shit. And the other way to do it is, which I think is really interesting, is by using down down. You can use down down to clear. Now that has a lot of benefits. One of the things that it does, is that it protects you from key blasts. One of the other added benefits is that you can use it for air stalling, which is really convenient on certain bosses. Oh wow! Oh man, I was about to say I almost got like the sickest block RNG on the first time. Well, not first time. And then I got hit by the second block. Yes, this boss is. You can kill him fast, but he's also just a pain. No, don't. No. Don't do this, please. Oh yeah, also, yeah, I've switched. This is now a 3D pad controller. Okay, there we go. Anyway, yeah, welcome everybody who's tuning in to celebrate some Sega Saturn. Yeah, I want to get one of the SD solutions, one of the ones that are easy to pull out, because if I have a disc and I can run a game on a disc, and I'm going serious with it, I'd rather do that. My poor laser, this one, I've put a lot of mileage on this. I've played this a lot since I got it. And I played it even more ever since I got access to the things. Yeah, I would get the mode, but I don't want to have one device for both. I'd rather just leave them in there and let them rock. So that's the one I'm considering, obviously, at this point. I want to hear some reviews about it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this boss is a pain in the ass on hard. It's not too bad normally, but basically we're gonna launch and we're gonna micromanage which ones we shoot at him and which ones we're protecting. You could probably do some real micro switching between them and manage it better, but we're gonna just focus on getting the ones to them that aren't already started, and the rest of them we're gonna just keep clear, try not to take any damage. Okay, so if he gains control of the one that you're fighting with first, you cannot, at least at my mashing skill level, you cannot do anything about it. Ah, man, I wish I didn't play that. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have to wait, let that one come back at me. Yeah, I want, that's what I really want. I just want to satiate her, and then I can get rid of all these, things. No, I need you. Oh, no, I don't need you. Nice. Alright, got one. Oh, dude, this game is a technical marvel. There's no doubt about that. Oh gosh, as soon as I say that, I break it. That's what I get. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is Priestess is actually I can go all the way to the boat. Yeah, I needed to pick up one of those guys, so we're gonna probably lose another stock on her here. I don't even know if this is a girl, I just assume. Alright, so this is okay, RNG. Gotta double clear. Shit. Triple clear, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna just conserve health. That's good enough, thank you. Okay, there it is. There's a lot of ways you can go about this. Taking a couple of hits, though, avoiding some attacks. One thing about it too is that in this game, if you take damage, that's when you should switch back to doing charge attacks. The rest of the time, and let's see what we get here. So this really comes down to just what bugs pop out and where they go. And again, If you start charging, you might as well just finish charge. And so for these, you like hang out on one side. That way you can target any of them. And you have to wait, for your cursor to get to stuff before you can start shooting. So if you have a charge shot and your cursor is only on the way to, you know, said object, then you might not get that shot off. Gosh, okay, so that's what I get for the bugs. Come on, targeting system. Okay, there we go. I've come around. I like these companions. These companions are nice because they stay out of the fly area of most enemies. They actually do pretty good damage in most situations for this section that we're going through. And then, but yeah, one thing that's nice is that because of that, I don't have to worry about picking up another one. And you want companions to be there to do damage. That's what I'm calling Enkai companions. This is bad. No, freaking out. No. Yeah, so those were accidental down presses. Really good fight. Yeah, this section luckily is no stress. This is the point of the game where if you didn't know about key clear yet, you might need to get on that. Yeah, again, yeah, you got down and Y. Yeah, and see this one's really good, this boss. If it gets in that close range and just starts dumping the damage, we can get a no damage cycle like that right there. Yeah, I had a really good boss fight there. That was sad. Alright, yeah, so you just fall in that pit, damage boost that, and then you're just down C. That's what this split, that's why this split's called downstay. This place is really hard to traverse with regular struts. Trying to clear those, yeah, clear all this stuff, obviously. But those like seeds and jumping over those platforms and stuff, it can be tough. Alright, so I don't know if I'll get the 1 CC here. I almost want to run it back if I don't. Alright, so that's what's a little late. Yeah, this one's weird too, because you can. I've never seen that enemy before today. The one with the blue. Oh, blue forearm. Oh, I guess that's just the red sprite. I never noticed that they had blue those armbands or whatever. Here's the first continue then. Yeah, I don't like it, but that's an interesting spot that it just restarts you. Now this Spirit Companion, I just have this placebo effect about how picking it up actually makes the boss have less health. And since I've done that strategy, I pretty much never take damage on that anymore. So that's an inaccurate split. Come on, anybody? Nobody wants to join forces? What's going on? What are they? Okay, what are they? That's weird. That doesn't really help you Shogun though. Anyway. Alright, yeah, so this one is the part of the game where the targeting system really can come in and bone you. And that is just a preface to the inevitable deaths that will happen in legendary Mr. Bones at some point. So there's something about like L's and R's and up and down as far as targeting that can go a long way, but generally targeting, like until you get a real feel for it, it's just random. And even then, sometimes it'll just come through to bone you. Oh my god. Alright, I'll play Mr. Bones. I don't know how long it'll be, but I'll do it. I'm gonna get to it eventually anyway. I mean, yeah, I can't remember. I traded some games out of my collection. Well, there was like some other weird stuff about that. Like, let's get this help. I need to blast this guy before, like, super early. No, 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 no. Yeah, Mr. Bones is nuts. That game is so crazy. Okay. Okay, alright. Let me keep it together. No, this isn't a 1cc, but man. Maybe I can't worry about that today. Oh yeah, so when I'm doing these like little dance, if I don't do like full circles, I'll get an accidental key blast or key clear. And when you do your key clear, you lose your charge shot, whichever one it is, doesn't matter. So, you know, if you don't do this, like if you don't basically go like the full, you know, 3/4 of a circle or whatever. I don't know what that is. It's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 directions on a D-pad, basically. And you press. Well, if you press down, basically. Accidental buttons do it. Oh yeah, that was a good fly. Alright, let's so that's one way you can use it, is like you go right there. So one thing that you can do too is like when you go into the defensive, that's when you can do your charge shots. Really good. Pretty good fight. Prayers to Justin. Yeah, and this is what I just, yeah. This is Justin, lol. Enkai. No. Nice, there we go. You want to get him out of this first phase as fast as possible. This phase is such a pain. Yeah, and it's more of an egregious pain in hard than it is in normal. Oh my gosh, I got really bad laser RNG, and I'm not paying attention enough. To dodge them all. Yeah, that was okay. I thought that was pretty good RNG until it went crazy. Yeah, Justin did not go well, jeez. I feel like this can go better though. Yeah, and I'm not getting any damage on them because I'm not doing full charges. If you don't do a full charge, you only get one shot's worth, so you really take it. And if you miss the targeting system, you just blow your whole. You blow all your power. This one can go better for sure. This should be pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely better. Nice. Yeah, I'll just say. So that thing on the right there is health. So I can afford to take a bunch of damage here, honestly. And that's about where it stops. And those big shots, those are what you want to avoid taking damage from. But you can like basically, if you get hit by one of the late versions of one of them, you won't take big damage from any of the shots. Alright, well let's see how well this will go. This just comes down to like how easy is it to target him. how is this targeting gonna go? So that's one of the things I'm doing, is I'm using key clear basically to avoid having to switch my target. Yeah, and because if you turn around, you might lose your target. No! That's all I wanted. Ah, that's what I get. Yeah, it's just damage. So, 1 CCs will come down to like half. Oh, I mean, I'll just stop there. How much can you damage boost? How much can you avoid damage? Nice. Nice. There we go. Sub 31 anyway. It's not everything I want it to be, but still good. Still really good proof of concept. Not the 1 CC, but I think good enough for now, question mark? I don't know. I actually don't know. Yeah, Grim, thanks for the PG. Thank you so much. And thanks again for the rating. Phew, man, yikes. Is he seriously gonna be, Mr. Bones, the clock? Alright. I'm gonna say it is. I don't know how long it's gonna go. It is gonna be a part of the run, though. Okay. Yeah, this is good enough to submit. To show the difference in how the run has progressed. I'm jealous though, because I think Kuro or Sensato, I think actually ran this on a real disc. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, so this is currently a world record. I definitely want to get a 1 CC and a sub 30 if that's possible. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good enough run for submission.